these are the supplies for our sunflower wreath. I'm going to use a Unique in the Creek plastic board, and I have 3 rolls of mesh. Now, you don't have to use 3 different colors, but I'm going to put, this is a new moss green mesh from Craig Bachman, and I'm going to put it around the edges, and then I'm going to make my petals out of this gold and this red gold. I'm going to kind of stack them and let the tip, this color kind of be the tip and stick out. And then for the center, I have this ready-made sunflower bloom, and it's going to go right in the center like that, okay? So, and I'll have to either hot glue it or wire it, but we'll do that when I get ready to get down to it. The first thing I'm going to do is cut my mesh. I have a board or a cutter that's made just for cutting mesh and ribbon, and let me just put it together right quick. I'll give you the link for this. It folds up so you can put it away. Ouch, keep pinching my fingers. Okay, and you can cut 3 layers at one time, and that's why I'm going to use it today. This is 10-inch mesh. And this is actually the least expensive mesh that you can get. This came from Trendy Tree, and I'm not sure what the price is, but I give you links for everything. Just get my cutter set up. Not my cutter, but my roller, my mesh holder. Susie Brown. It came from, I'll have to give you the link, Susie's Wreaths and Things on Etsy. Sorry, this is noisy. I should have already had this done. This is RE13030. This one is RE13032. And this one is RE130243. And like I say, this is the new moss color from Craig Bachman. It's a deeper, richer green than the old moss green. And I'm going to need 10-inch pieces. So, of course, I put that one on the wrong way. This is a 12-inch block. So I'm just going to get a straight edge to start with. Oh, I see you can't see that in the video, but I have all 3 rolls on the roller. And I'm going to roll all 3 colors at the same time. get everything lined up, it'll be easier. Okay. I'll just get my mesh cut and then I'll come back. The next thing we're going to do is prepare the board. Now it already has holes in it and I've used this board before, so I've already got a zip tie for a hanger. So that will be the back of the board. And you need just small zip ties. If you go ahead and get your zip ties started, it will help speed up the process a little bit. For the petals, we're going to put the zip ties in this way and kind of start them just a little bit, just enough to hold them, but don't put them tight, just like that. But for the leaves on the outside, they're going to be put on a little bit different. I don't have enough of the white zip tie, so we're going to have to use black. I don't want to have to go to town, but we're going to take kind of a double petal, double layer of mesh for the petals. And just put those together. Bring the corners to the middle. Pinch that up in the middle. And then make a V. Okay. Kind of have your mesh kind of turned under. Now you're going to have some strings, that's okay. And for these, we'll have to go around the petal. Now, they're going to kind of spread out like that. Put your zip tie on there, pull that tight. Snip off that zip tie. Now, as we get started, they're going to kind of spread out like that, but they'll come together better as we get more leaves on the outer edge. And I see I cut one of them bigger than the other. Okay, so bring the corner to the middle and then pinch it up, flip it over. If you use some needle nose pliers to kind of help get that tight, it'll save your fingers a little bit. Okay. And we're just going to go all the way around on this outer hole. Okay, so what we're doing now is just getting the board ready for the rest of the petals. So I'm just threading the zip tie through the holes and just getting it started. Don't pull it tight. I don't know exactly what size these zip ties are, but you have to thread them in through the top because the head of the zip ties is too big to go through the hole. And of course you gotta always have your flat side. So I'm just gonna go around the board. Since I'm using a flower center, I won't need to use these two rounds, but I will. I don't think I will. We'll try it. I think I'm gonna stop on this row right here. Then if I have enough mesh, if I need to come in on another row, I will. Okay, so there's my board with the zip ties. I went ahead and filled in to everything except this last little round, and I think that'll work. We'll see. First time I've made one of these, so you just never know. All right, so now we're gonna make our sunflower petals, and I'm gonna start out, it's gonna be like a double petal. I'm gonna make a petal with the yellow. Well, any other time I would have had a clip, but I'll make the petal with the yellow, and then I'm gonna come back with this red gold. Make the same kind of petal, just like the leaves. But this time, so I'm going to put the yellow on top and just kind of stagger that a little bit. So that the red gold kind of sticks out a little bit more than the yellow. About an inch down, I think, okay? Now, we're gonna slide that under the zip tie. Make sure I catch both of them, both petals, and then pull that tight. Now, you can clip these off as you go or do it at the end, either way. You make another one. Just want to make sure you get both of them caught good. Okay, and then so when we put the next layer, it will cover up the black. Okay? I'm just going to keep working around. So, well, I missed one. I was going to say I was through, but I missed one right there. So let me go back and do that. Make sure that you've got your petals, you know, turn under like that. Sometimes they'll twist when you're, uh-oh, I didn't get that one tight enough, so I'm gonna have to do that one over. I didn't slide it in there far enough. And, you know, staggering them like that may not make that big a difference. I was wanting those tips of the red gold to stick out a little more, but you know, it really might not make that much difference. But we'll see. And I wish I had the white or the clear zip ties. I may regret using these black when I get completely through, but this is for me, so if it doesn't turn out just right, you know, it's for me, so it's okay. Now then, like I say, you can clip these as you go, or go back and clip them when you finish. Do use wire cutters. Don't clip these plastic cable ties with your scissors, for sure. Well, I put one there, but now we got to go back and fill in this round. I'm going to do the same thing, same petal. And you can slide that under there to just hold it if you need to, or use a clothespin or something like that till you get both of your petals made. And you don't want to pull these too tight. Now these are small zip ties, so there's not a lot of room, you know, to put the end of that petal in there. Just want to make sure you get them both caught good. And we're just going to work all the way around. Okay, so now we're down to the, well, I wasn't sure if we were going to need this row, but we will. When you put that in there, you can still see, you know, the tops of these petals. So we're going to need that row. I don't think we'll need the final row, but we'll see. Okay, so I went ahead and filled in those last 4 holes because I needed help to cover up the ties out here. Now, if I had used the clear zip ties, that probably wouldn't have been a problem. So, but here's my sunflower now. I'm ready to put that in the center. And hot glue that, but you know how I like to redo things at my house. So I'll probably try to use some zip ties to put that in there. So that's just on a styrofoam base, so I'll see if I can run a zip tie through there. Okay, I thought I could run some zip ties through there, but that styrofoam is just too hard. I don't want to take a chance on messing it up. So I'm going to hot glue it. I'm going to hot glue it to the top of the mesh. And that way, still, if I decide to use this board again for a spring flower or something like that, I can still snip off, you know, all the zip ties and remove that mesh. Now, I know, you know, you might not want to do that, but I like to reuse products and, you know, make something new out of them. So we'll just put some hot glue on the mesh and just glue that right in the center. Soon as my glue gun warms up. That's still not quite hot enough. My glue gun doesn't put out a big stream of glue, so we'll see if that's enough. We'll just hold that in place for a little bit, and then we'll come back and see how it looks. Okay, there it is after we finished it. Now, my wreath is going to go on my front door, so it doesn't matter to me what the back looks like. But, you know, if you find that this is unattractive to you, you can always glue a piece of felt on the back if you're going to use it on a glass door or something like that. For my purposes, it's fine. But that's it. Now, anytime you work with mesh, you will have some loose strings. And now sometimes when I'm using poly burlap, I will use a wood burner. I have not really made a wreath, you know, with, to cut this with the wood burner, but you could try that. But you'll have some strings, all mesh ravel, some worse than others. But if you'll clip the strings rather than pull, that does help. You know, if you get something started unraveling and you pull it, there's just not ever an end in place. But that's it. If you'll follow my blog, it's jennypence.com, and this will probably be on the Trendy Tree blog also, and I'll give you a list of supplies. And that's it, sunflower wreath. Thank you for watching.